Past 8 here, Radio Wammo Breakfast. Let's talk issues of the day. He's back from his travels once more, back from Tonga, I believe. T-Radar joining us via live Skype video this morning. Morning, T-Radar.
Good morning to you, Wammo. How are you?
I'm good. Finished sunning yourself, escaping the Auckland winter and getting some warm rays onto your bleached skin.
Yes, that's a good point. Yes, it is. Maybe that's the thing. It's a sun-bleached skin. It's not a skin that refuses to tan. It's just right. It's gone right through that spectre, and it's now sun-bleached. Yeah. So,
if only, eh?
I think that'll help very much with any form of body dysmorphia I have when I see all those tanned people.
Yeah,
I think, you may be tanned, but I've transcended tanning.
You've gone through that. You've gone past that.
Like a skeleton lying on the beach, all sun bleached and white. You go, wow.
Yeah.
That. Put them in one of those jars that you get.
Yeah.
You know, for the full skeleton. Put them in one of those.
I bet.
Yes, but
I bet there was no.
Saturday. What's that, sorry?
I was just going to say, segueing into the news, I bet there's no stock markets in Tonga, no worries about that sort of stuff.
No, well, I'm sure there is, but you don't really see that. I don't think they have a stock exchange. Certainly someone's pouring a lot of money into them, and I suspect it's probably China. All the roads are being redone, and there's an enormous new building being built, because, of course, a couple of years ago they had that big riot on the main street of Nuku'alofa, and all the buildings burnt down.
Yeah.
And you sort of go there and you look around and you think, I'd expected something, a bit like Te Awamutu, I suppose, in that sort of scale. But what you got was something sort of less, it was less sub-Huntley. And, of course, it's because all the buildings have been torched. But they've got this enormous mall being built there by the Chinese. And the best thing about it is whoever did the picture, there's one of the outside a construction site, you have a wonderful picture of a building, what it's going to look like when it's finished. And this one, it's got the building, but then parked outside the building are all these late model Audis and Volkswagens. And you look at it and you think, whoever drew that picture's never been to Tonga.
No. Interesting. So that's interesting. So Chinese money is flowing into Tonga at the moment.
Oh, look, it's flowing all through the Pacific. In Fiji, all the roading was big roading projects all being done by with Chinese money. All the machinery's all got the Chinese construction companies' logos all over it. Samoa, I think the same. It's all through Africa. China's got a lot of money at the moment, and it's throwing it all everywhere it possibly can. I think Kiribati. The Chinese pulled out of Kiribati because Taiwan was there, but everywhere else, they've got money to burn, and they are burning it much, I suspect, to the delight of people in the Pacific whose roads are being fixed. But there will come a time when
payback.
I guess that payback will have to occur.
But of course, it's all about influence in the Pacific, and it doesn't take an Einstein, of course, to draw lines between what's going on between New Zealand and America at the moment, with this cozying up of relations, and America sending some Marines down to New Zealand on parade, that kind of thing. Did
they have a parade?
No, they will be having a parade at the 70th commemorations of the Americans arriving here in the Pacific in New Zealand.
Oh, with the White Fleet or something like that.
Yeah. But you can see, it's all symbolism, right? But you can see America going, oh, look, China influence in the Pacific. Here's our friends down here in New Zealand. Let's make sure that we've still got strategic positions. We're all part of this bloody game, T-Radar.
We are just a tiny cog in a bigger wheel, and I wonder if the parade will feature anything like a brass band, because I tell you what, the Tongans, the Samoans, they love their brass bands.
Do they? So will that attract them perhaps more towards the New Zealand American side of things rather than...
Well, I don't know. I suspect that China would no doubt be able to provide them with cheap brass instruments.
No doubt. En masse, for sure.
Yes. But we've got our own sort of Chinese phenomenon going on here at the moment as well with of course, the All Blacks jerseys.
Yeah.
Adidas tied up there. I think I don't know whether some of the jerseys are made in China, some in Thailand. But, Oxfam came out and said that workers are being paid virtually nothing, and there's a brouhaha about the fact that the jerseys are $220 in the stores. And, people are outraged about this. And as soon as I saw it, I thought, well, there's a really easy way to solve this problem.
What's that?
You know what it is. Well, just don't buy them.
Yeah, it's pretty simple, eh?
if you want to wear black, there are plenty of outlets that provide a black jersey. You know what? I reckon we should go a bit retro, and everyone should go and buy a black fisherman's jersey. You know, with the fisherman rib.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. Or just DIY, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or DIY. That's a DIY.
DIY.
Do your itself.
Plenty of people around who could do with a little bit of money. Maybe provide them with some wool, give them some knitting lessons, and see if we can't, boost our own woolen industry and knit everybody a black jersey. Fisherman's rib, everyone's into it. Perhaps option of a polar neck or a V-neck.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. But what isn't? There's a lot of bad news going on about the World Cup, and this morning is probably the worst story I've read in a long time. It says here that sex attacks are expected to increase during the World Cup, with bystanders urged to intervene. So I've got this impression of like men lunging at women in the streets because the World Cup's on.
I suspect it's probably one of those unfortunate, byproducts or side effects. People will be out, they'll be drinking, there'll be lots of tourists over here also probably drinking, and it will become a bit of an orgiastic sort of free-for-all in their drunken minds. And so you can't really blame the actual rugby for that, I don't think you can, but you can certainly blame perhaps people who may be over-enthused by their participation in said event. But certainly, yes, I saw that this morning myself, and I went, could it get any more glum? Not only will we be paying for it for years to come, but, we have to sort of protect our womenfolk from the pouring hands of drunken sort of people. And the fact that you actually have to say to people, oh, look, there might be more of these sex assaults, so, if you see them, could you maybe just stop them?
Yeah.
It's sad and dire in society.
It just makes me think, well, okay, so World Cup, or let's say we had a big science and innovation convention in Auckland, and perhaps the IPCC thing on climate change came down here, and we had all the people talking about moving New Zealand forward, a green economy, innovation, all that kind of stuff. Put that up against the World Cup. The pluses and minuses. Would we have sex attacks in the street with the Science and Innovation Convention? Probably not.
No.
It just...
Well, it sounds like you wouldn't want to have a World Bank convention.
No, that's true.
No, I just think it's one of those things. And sometimes, here we are, the curmudgeons that we are. Look, I saw on the news last night, there were some people, and they were all training. It's sort of in secret. They've got their little laminated pass cards that they're allowed to have, and they're training to do the opening performance, and they're all very excited about it. Then there are other people whose company is busy making all the costumes for it, and you kind of, other people I talk to with, doing all the fireworks, and you think, oh, is it us? Is it us, Wammo? Are we outside the mainstream?
Potentially we are. I don't know. There was a poll done, I think, while you were away, that was saying 45 or 46% of people weren't looking forward to it or were non-plus. Yes. So, that's fairly significant.
It is fairly. Nonetheless, there's not much we can do about it. There's some countdown going on to remind you of how many days it is before it starts, and you think, oh, yes, I suppose it is coming soon, and then it'll all be done, and it's a bit like Christmas, isn't it? A lot of sort of, oh, it's coming, and then it's all over in a flash, and there's nothing left but cleaning up and paying for it.
And a hangover of an election.
Oh, yes, that's coming up. 58 days.
Yeah.
Yes, with some things back, I'm looking forward to a bit of the election campaign. Actually, going to be quite thrilled by it. If anything to take away from sort of endless rugby comment.
Yeah. All right. Well, indeed, we will look forward to chatting with you again very soon. So yes.
Off to Tongan. So
Oh, are you?
It'll be. Okay. So yes, more filming. Terrible, isn't it?
Yeah. Hard life. T Radar off to Rarotonga. Thanks very much, T Radar.
Later, Wammo.
Time now here on Kiwi, 27 minutes past 8.